This week I'm going to show you how to transform your workspace from this to this using databases. It doesn't matter whether you're new to Notion and you want to get it looking great from the start, or whether you've got some experience and you just want to polish things up a little bit. The tutorial coming up is just what you need. Hi and welcome. I'm Andy, a real estate investor and coach. I'm here to help you systemise your real estate business so that you can free up time to focus on those things that are most important to you. I know Notion can feel pretty overwhelming at the start and there are lots of bits to get to grips with. That's why today I'm going to give you the exact steps that you need to be able to create a professional looking dashboard in your own Notion account. But after I've gone over those exact steps, I'm going to share with you a bonus tip to help you take your dashboards to the next level. So do make sure you watch to the end. And let me know in the comments, are you new to Notion and just starting out, or are you more experienced and want to take things to the next level? I'd love to hear. But other than that, let's get going. So I'm now here in my Notion workspace, and you can see that we've got quite a boring just list of links to get to certain areas of my sourcing dashboard. So what I want to do is transform this into something that's a lot more impressive, a bit like this. So if I just dive into here, we can see we've got some nice big buttons. It's a lot more visual. If I wanted to add a new SOP, I can click the buttons and then I can go back again to the SOP dashboard. We can see different views. So this is what we're aiming for. So the first thing we want to do is to create a database which is going to act as our navigation dashboard. So if I just press the / and then type inline, we can see here at the top we've got a database inline. So I'm just going to click on that and it creates a little outline of a database. So let's firstly give it a name. So I'm going to call this one navigation, and we can rename this view. We'll also call this navigation. Just to make it all the same. The first column are going to be the names of each of our various pages in our navigation. So let's just change this to page name. Great. And then the second column, this is currently a multi-select. So I'm going to change that just to select. And I'm going to change this to the name type. And I'll show you a little bit about why we may need that in one of the future sections. But here we go. This is our navigation database. And in the next step, we'll go and start using that and setting the layout. Now that we've created the database, the next step is to go and create a linked database. And this is going to be our dashboard and the actual thing that we use. So imagine that this database was stored somewhere else within the workspace. I'm keeping it in the same place just for ease, but we would tuck this out of the way into another page. So all I want to do is, again, we'll use the / and then we want to type linked because we want a linked view and press return. And then we want to go to our navigation database, which you can see here is under sourcing and then the sourcing dashboard. So I'm just going to click that one. And we can see here that we've got a linked view of that database. And we know that because it's got this little arrow in the corner. So do we want to copy an existing view? So no, we don't. We want a new empty view. And let's go and give this a name. And I'm going to call this dashboard. Now, the one that I showed you earlier, the format that we're using is a gallery. So just click on gallery and then show database title. No, we don't want that. What do we want for the card preview? So you can see in the background that it's blank. So for this, we will actually use not the page content, but the page cover. So just change that one for the minute. The card size, let's leave that at medium. Fit image, don't worry about it. And then open pages. Because we want to be able to hop around between these pages, I will change this to full page. So that's all the settings, and then we just press done. So there we go. And then we can go and look at the other properties. We won't worry about those for the minute. And then we can just see that there are 3 items in the database that have been created here that you can see that are all blank. And now they're appearing in our dashboard as blank pictures. And in the next step, I'll go and show you how we can start to fill those in and make it all a little bit more interesting. I hope you're finding this video useful. If so, please do give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. But otherwise, let's get back to the video. Great, so we've created our dashboard, we've created the layout, and now we need to start adding some pages. And we can do this in a couple of different ways. So firstly, let's just go and add a simple blank page. So you can see here we've got a new on the bottom right, or we've got the new button here on the top right hand side. So if I just click the new button, and let's say that this page is, let's just call it page 1 to make things easy. We can also add an icon. So let's just, for the sake of it, use the one it's given us, which is a clock. And you may remember when we set up the gallery, it said, what do you want to use for the card cover? And it said the banner at the top. So if I just, you can see we've got add cover. So if I just click on that one, it will choose a random one, but then we can go and change it. So let's just, for ease, just go and click one of these gradients. So gradient 11, doesn't matter what it is. It will then think, we can then reposition it if we want to go and drag it around to get a better part of the picture, not so much for a gradient. And then let's just go back. Great, and we can now see that this card has now got that gradient as its picture, and underneath we've got both the icon and the name of that page. So that's how we can create brand new pages. But if you'll remember, we've got these quite drab sort of just list links here at the top of our sourcing dashboard. And so we can actually place these current pages into our database. So if I just drag from the left across them all, so we've got them all selected, and then hover over and then click down on the 6 dots. If I just drag these to the right hand side here of the database, you can see that we have this blue line appear on the right hand side. And that lets us know that we're going to go and add these as additional parts of our database. So if I just go and let go, and then we can see we've now got the sourcing CRM, the property leads dashboard, the sourcing meetings. So they've all been added to our dashboard. So it obviously looks a lot nicer. If you want to delete the ones that were default, we can just click the 3 dots and go delete. And we've got delete here as well. So now we can go to, for example, our sourcing SOPs, pop into here, and you can see that we've got the dashboard we looked at earlier, and that's all here, and then I can hop back again. Now, some of them you'll notice haven't got any pictures, and that's because they've not got any covers. So as I explained just then, if I go add cover, we'll leave this as it is for ease, and then if I just go back again, we've now got sourcing SOPs, and we've got that picture appearing on the dashboard. So you can use existing pages, so you don't have to recreate them, you can just drag them in or create brand new pages as well. Something else you may want to tweak is we chose a card size of medium earlier, but if you click the 3 dots and then if we go into gallery, we can select the card size, and then let's say we want to have it large. And then if just go and close that, and now these are a bit bigger, these cards as well. So that may be better, or you can select small too. So we're almost there. So we've got all of these set up. We will do a little bit of tidying up, but it's a lot more visual. It's a lot nicer to look at than we had with just that list a little bit earlier. Earlier, I said I had a bonus tip for you that will help you to take these sorts of dashboards to the next level. So let me explain how this works. You'll see here in the gallery view that we've got the name of each of the pages underneath, which is okay, but it still looks a little bit clunky. You know, maybe we want to get rid of those. So you can actually do that if you go to the 3 dots, and then if we go to properties, and you can see that it says that we've got one shown, and that's the page name. So if I just click on the little I and then click off, you can see that underneath all of these pictures, we now have nothing. It's literally just the picture heading. So that's all very well and good, but you may think, well, now I don't know what each of these various cards are, so how do I know which one to click on? Well, this is how you take it to the next level. This one here on the top left, if I just click into that, I've actually done this on this current dashboard. So I've got some designs done for each of these buttons, which are custom made for the header. So if I just go into add property lead, at the top, you can see that we've got the header and it's got text in the middle as a custom picture. So what that means is that when we're here on the dashboard, it appears with the name of the actual card as part of that picture, and we don't need the text underneath. So it just looks really smart, and this actually really helps also on mobile because you can have massive buttons. These are all clickable. It looks a lot nicer. You just need to make sure that in each of these that you don't make the pictures too wide, because otherwise when you're here in the navigation it may get cut off. But yeah, just that little trick. Go and make the title of each of these, disable it, so remove it, and then put the names of these various buttons into the pictures themselves. And if you want to add a custom header, just go change cover. Instead of any of the sort of unsplash or gallery, just click on upload, and you can upload a picture from your computer that's custom for each of the various areas of your dashboard. So that's how you can have an amazing looking dashboard with custom cover artwork. This is just one way to make your Notion setup look amazing, but there are loads of others. So do make sure you check out this video here to bring more design flair to your Notion workspace.